Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I am here tonight, well, today, whatever, I'm filming at night, but I have my first ever Booktube Spin TBR. This event is hosted by Rick McDonnell, and this is the 5th Booktube Spin, but I felt like last year I was the only one not doing this. So I really wanted to participate this year. And initially when Rick started this, he had kind of like 4 groups of similar kind of books together, and I really liked that idea, so I thought I would do that this time around. However, I've made it even more of a spin because the groupings of the books I'm going to show you are not numbered, you know, like the first group of books I'm going to show you is not numbered 1 through 5. They all have a sticky note on the back, and so that will be the book that I read. Now, there's a few slimmer books, so fingers crossed. I will hopefully be able to do both numbers that Rick pulls from on Friday, and I can tell you about it in my Friday Reads video, which books I'm gonna try to squeeze in somehow. I don't really know how between now and the end of March. Okay. So the first pile is a collection of things that were high priority books for me last year, and I didn't get to them. This first one is one that was recommended on my channel at the end of 2020. So this is My Name is Asher Lev by Chaim Potok. And so I found this I think, yeah, in my parents' house. So I want to get to this. I also have Confederates in the Attic by Tony Horowitz. The Women's Room by Marilyn French. Perma Red by Deborah Magpie Erling. And Johnny One Eye by Jerome Charin. Hope I'm saying that right. Okay. So those are books that have been lingering that I've wanted to get to for quite a while. Okay. The next set of books is animal themed. I think it's pretty well established on my channel that I do love horses. So I do have a couple horse books, but I also realized I have a bunch of dog books. I don't know how this happened exactly, but anyway, so horses and dogs are in one grouping together. So I've got Lord of Misrule by Jamie Gordon. This is a signed copy, which is cool, and it won the National Book Award. This is some nonfiction. This is Blood Horses, Notes of a Sports Writer's Son. And the author, John Jeremiah Sullivan, his dad saw Secretariat win the Kentucky Derby. The next one's Dog Years by Mark Doty, Mark Doty is also a poet. And this was on my list of books to read in 2021 and that I didn't get to, but I decided to put it with the animal books instead. A Three Dog Life by Abigail Thomas. And finally, this is another signed copy, Lessons from Lucy by Dave Barry. So, I mean, the thing about animal books is they're generally quite sad, so I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous about that category. Now the next two categories are things that I've wanted to make a higher priority in 2022. So the first grouping is middle grade books that I own, and I'm just wondering, like, do I still really want to hold on to these? Do I need to keep these, or should they find a new home? Am I ever, do I can I just read them once and be done with it? So I have Constance, A Story of Early Plymouth by Patricia Clapp. And this is like a totally beaten up book. It's semi-destroyed. Oh, and there's a little, so it was discarded from a library and somehow ended up in mine. I remember finishing this book and really liking it, but that was a very long time ago. Mara, Daughter of the Nile by Eloise, Jarvis, Mcgraw. I loved this. I do remember reading this book in like 6th or 7th grade, and I just couldn't put it down. I was obsessed. The Witch of Blackbird Pond by Elizabeth George Spear. Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell. So some Newberries in there. And finally in this category, All American Girl by Meg Cabeau. Now, I've read a lot of Meg Cabeau books. This is the only one. So the main character in this, she saves the President of the United States from an assassination attempt. I seem to remember that maybe it's more accidental than on purpose. I'm not exactly sure what happens, but anyway, then she ends up getting to meet the president's son, and he kind of has a crush on her. It's very cute. There was a follow-up to this, but I heard enough about it that I didn't want to read it. And I also read some of her Princess Diaries books, and I just eventually realized every single book was the same in the series. So I have kind of like, this is like the one book of hers that I could potentially still enjoy, but I'm also just like, maybe just read it once and like we can let it go. I don't know, but I thought that would be good. Like maybe I could tie that in with middle grade merch. Okay, and the final category is poetry. So I have Lyrical Ballads by William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. Once in the West by Christian Wyman. And I just talked about his poetry collection, Every Reverend Thing, on a recent video. And so I thought, oh, this might be good. Chosen by the Lion by Linda Gregg, and this is one of Jason's favorite poetry collections. I know I've read some poems from this, but I don't think I've read the whole collection. Circadian by Joanna Klink. And finally, another National Book Award winner. This is Time and Materials. Oh, it's also won the Pulitzer Prize. Time and Materials by Robert Haas. I think Jason bought this maybe for me for Valentine's Day one year. So I feel like I've read this, but I don't remember it. And it was definitely at a time in my life when I hadn't read very much poetry. I mean, I still haven't really read very much poetry, but anyway, so I just thought I should read it again, and maybe I would have something interesting to say to you guys about it. If it gets picked, which I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's all up in the air and exciting. So anyway, I apologize for not going into like deep dive descriptions on each of the books, but I think what I'll do is really save that for my Friday Reads video and tell you, you know, again, whichever number Rick picks on his little magic spinning wheel. And I think he's going to pick 2 numbers. So we'll see what both of those are and then go from there. Like I said, I have some really ambitious reading plans for this first quarter of the year. And so doing the booktube spin now, I'm a little anxious about it, but I'm really excited to be part of this. So tell me what you think about my selection. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll talk about which books were picked in my Friday Reads video. So BookTube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you later. Bye.